Howdy, y'all. This is Proverbs 11 in the ESV for June 11, 2023. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. When pride comes, then comes disgrace, but with the humble is wisdom. The integrity of the upright guides them, but the crookedness of the treacherous destroys them. Riches do not profit in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. The righteousness of the blameless keeps his way straight, but the wicked falls by his own wickedness. The righteousness of the upright delivers them, but the treacherous are taken captive by their lust. When the wicked dies, his hope will perish, and the expectation of wealth perishes too. The righteous is delivered from trouble, and the wicked walks into it instead. With his mouth, the godless man would destroy his neighbor, but by knowledge the righteous are delivered. When it goes well with the righteous, the city rejoices, and when the wicked perish, there are shouts of gladness. By the blessing of the upright, a city is exalted, but by the mouth of the wicked, it is overthrown. Whoever belittles his neighbor lacks sense, but a man of understanding remains silent. Whoever goes about slandering reveals secrets, but he who's trustworthy in spirit keeps a thing covered. Where there is no guidance, a people fall, but in abundance of counselors there is safety. Whoever puts up security for a stranger will surely suffer harm, but he who hates striking hands in pledge is secure. A gracious woman gets honor, and violent men get riches. A man who is kind benefits himself, but a cruel man hurts himself. The wicked earn deceptive wages, but one who sows righteousness gets a sure reward. Whoever is steadfast in righteousness will live, but he who pursues evil will die. Those of crooked heart are an abomination to the Lord, but those of blameless ways are his delight. Be assured, an evil person will not go unpunished, but the offspring of the righteous will be delivered. Like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman without discretion. The desire of the righteous ends only in good, the expectation of the wicked in wrath. One gives freely, yet grows all the richer. Another withholds what he should give, and only suffers one. Whoever brings blessing will be enriched, and one who waters himself will himself be watered. The people curse him who holds back grain, but a blessing is on the head of him who sells it. Whoever diligently seeks good favor, but evil comes to him who searches for it. Whoever diligently seeks good seeks favor. Okay, that makes sense. Whoever diligently seeks good seeks favor, but evil comes to him who searches for it. Whoever trusts in his riches will fall, but the righteous will flourish like a green leaf. Whoever troubles his own household will inherit the wind, and the fool will be servant to the wise of heart. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and whoever captures souls is wise. If the righteous is repaid on earth, how much more the wicked and the sinner? Sorry, having the reading issues today. So, church day, another Discovery Bible session where, people were reading and speaking about what they saw within the text that we were studying, only within the text, and how they were responding to that. Not everybody liked it. I think it's a good way to do church. It doesn't always have to just be one way liturgical service. And with the humble is wisdom. So, be humble enough to try new things and maybe listen to the Spirit, but those among us of a more Baptist bent aren't listening to the Spirit, in the same way, because of the way they believe the Spirit operates or, ceased to after the apostles. Which is weird, because if the devil and the demons are operating right, and you're going to worry about that, then, what is the Holy Spirit's in a box? It's trapped in here? Doesn't sit right. Anyway, I, 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 digress. Not for everybody, but congregations progress, and God will grow it as He see fit and send people as He will, to where they should be. So a whole lot of stuff about the righteous, and just being righteous means being secure, being safe, being okay after things happen to you. Whereas the wicked dry up, perish, people are glad when they're gone, that kind of thing. And by the mouth of the wicked, a city is overthrown. So we got some cities in the United States that surely fit that description right now. Don't lie about your neighbor, and don't tell secrets that aren't yours to tell. Let them reveal it if they so choose. You don't have to identify them. It doesn't mean you should lie to cover it up, but you can cover it in your speech as far as, not my business to tell, not my news. He who hates striking hands in pledge is secure. This goes along with don't swear oaths, things like that. Just do what you do, mind your business. In this case, don't put up security for other people. Be assured an evil person will not go unpunished. Okay, I'm trying real hard. I am trying very hard. I don't want to be the generous person. One gives freely, yet grows all the richer. Another withholds what he should give and only suffers want. Whoever brings blessings will be enriched, and he who waters will himself be watered. And we talked about that at house church today, about just kind of being closer to each other so that we can actually serve each other and pray for each other. So I think that's a good take. It's a little counterintuitive, especially for adults, to just be like, we're going to make it work. And you can't force every relationship, but I do think all these relationships take effort. So doing it on purpose makes sense. Don't really have a lot else to have to say. Whoever troubles his own household will inherit the wind. And the fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and whoever captures souls is wise. So, and I'm ignoring the next one. I don't need to worry about the wicked and the sinner. I need to worry about the righteous and just being righteous. But part of that is I heard it put recently by Pastor Mike Winger for BibleThinker.org, I think is his website, teaching people to think critically and biblically. Wasn't a great sound. That when you get saved and you come to salvation and saving knowledge, that's like passing the interview for a job, right? In this case, you don't deserve the job. You're not qualified for the job. Jesus gives you the job anyway and adopts you into the family. So there's that. However, just like your function in a job is rewarded or productive or not productive, let's say that instead of punishments, so is our relationship with Christ, our righteousness, our right way, our right walking. So if we're doing the right thing, we should produce fruit of the Spirit, and demonstrating our gifts and walking in our calling, but also fulfilling the Great Commission and leading people to Christ and making more disciples, right? As well as being a disciple. Right? So we may not lose our job with Jesus, but certainly we should be very worried if we're not producing. Just like Jesus is the true vine, we're the branches. Whether casting into the fire is punishment or losing salvation or just hollow works burned up and no real reward in heaven. you know? Like charity for attention, things like that. Like, yeah, maybe it was good. Maybe you did a little good, but you did it for attention. You burned up. Versus like true production and true fruit. That then seeded more. Or, no, that won't work. I don't want to mix metaphors because Jesus is the true vine, not, and I'm going to be more vines. So, let's skip the seed metaphor. But I got to go in here. I'm going to get something for dinner. I'm going to get toothpaste. I'm sure I'm going to forget something else. I've been in the store so many times in the last few days. I'm going to go home. We were promised rain, and now the blue sky is coming out. So planting, I don't even know. Not the full 100 sweet potato slips because we're going to give a bunch away. But quite a lot of them, and getting a bunch of things in the ground. Cucumbers, watermelon, squashes, zucchini, more sweet potatoes, and then gonna scatter a whole bunch of seeds and do some chaos gardening. I kind of want to film a video on that, but it's like I've been wanting to do that for weeks, and at this point, like, I need the rain, so I'm gonna just scatter seeds, black beans, white beans, red beans, pinto beans, garbanzo beans. I got some Adzuki beans, but I'm putting those in a very specific spot. And then I got my blue beans that I ordered, Sacre blue beans from, I forget the grower's name, that contributed to the Experimental Farm Network. And they are pole beans, but they are blue. All the beans are blue. And I can cook them just like my red beans, except they're blue beans. So the kids should love it. So looking forward to that. And going to try to grow that as basically my exclusive pole beans. So hopefully I can make a ton of them and get a bunch of true seed. See how it goes. And I got some ground nuts and some sea kale that should have been planted months ago. Right now I'm trying to get myself some water chestnut. Why? Because the Asian market didn't have them, and I'm cool with planting them from, edible food, but they just didn't have them. So I'm going to pay a premium, get 2 or 3 of them, and probably gift 1 or 2 of them. Babe likes them. I like them. So I like growing them. It's a cool marsh plant. Anything that I can grow starchy stuff underneath. Food forests often miss all the starch. Why is nobody growing like turnips, radishes, things like that? This stuff we need to eat, peoples. So fruit's cool, nuts are cool. All these layers, we're missing the root crops and we're missing the mushrooms. And most people are like, I don't eat no mushrooms. Well, you know what? You need to learn. Make some mushroom ketchup, make some mushroom powder. You can sneak it in all kinds of ways. Then it's like, this chili is really rich and earthy. Like, yeah, I don't know, seasoned it with magic. So, anyway, go with God. I hope your Sunday's been great. And if you don't have a house church, you need to find one. You need to find one. And comment when you make a virtual church. I'm cool with that too. Spend some time together online. That's what I was contemplating earlier, right? Is where 2 are gathered in Jesus' name, he'll be there, right? So, cyberspace aware? I say yes. Does it fit the where? Does it fit the context of the word that he used? I think it matters. And I think it matters going forward to everybody that lives their line online increasingly. I don't think it's a replacement for human contact and human fellowship. But I sure am curious about online prayer and things like that, right? Go with God. Be blessed.